Hey, welcome back everyone to the Real Money Pros. We've got a cool video for you today. We're going to talk about inherited IRA rules post Secure Act. We've been getting a lot of questions about those lately, so we're going to try to answer those for you visually. Before we get into what's on the whiteboard, I do want to say check out our website, therealmoneypros.com. There's all sorts of useful information there, more videos, more podcast content, everything you need. It's a free resource with everything that you need to make great financial decisions for you and your household. All right, so check it out, therealmoneypros.com. All right, so now let's get to inherited IRA rules post Secure Act. So here's the thing. You've got a loved one. You've got a spouse who had an IRA, a Roth IRA. Let's say they had an employer-sponsored plan like a 401k. Maybe it was a SEP IRA, simple IRA, something like that. You have a loved one that had a retirement investment account and they passed away. And now you're the beneficiary of that. Let's look at this matrix. Matrix? Yeah, that's a good word. Let's look at this matrix and try to answer what you need to know about this. So you have the owner. If they passed after January 1st of 2020, this is when the Secure Act rules apply to you. So if you are the spouse of that owner, here's what happens. You as the spouse, you get to take that money and you can put it into your own IRA. It does not have to be titled inherited IRA. You can actually put that money into an IRA in your own name because the IRS is going to treat this original account, they're going to treat it now as your money. That means the 10-year distribution rule does not apply to you. No 10-year distribution rule if you're the spouse. Do note, if that account was already in RMD status, meaning the original account owner was receiving RMDs on an annual basis, those RMDs will need to continue being taken out every single year. Now, a question that you need to know, and this is an important tax question, if that original account was a traditional IRA, then guess what? All of those distributions that you take are going to be taxed as ordinary income at your current tax bracket, which stinks if you're the spouse, because most likely for years and years you were filing your taxes as married filing jointly. Now that you're a widow or a widower, what happens? You're filing as a single filer, which means all these distributions get taxed at a higher tax bracket. So not fun. However, let's say that this original account was a Roth. If that account was a Roth IRA, good news is those distributions, when you take money out of that Roth IRA that you've inherited, distributions are not taxable. That's a real good thing. Now, what if you're not the spouse? We got an answer for you. So again, the loved one or whoever, they passed away after January 1st. If you are not the spouse, what are the rules that apply to you? Let's take a look at that. If you're not the spouse, here's the rules. You have to open up what's called an inherited IRA. And the 10-year rule does apply to you. What that means is you have 10 years to fully distribute this account. You can do it equally over the course of those 10 years. You can do it every other year. It's up to your discretion, but you have to know that by the end of year 10, the entire account must be fully distributed. If that account was in RMD status, you have to continue taking those RMDs. And here's something to note. Taking that RMD every single year may not have the account fully distributed by the end of year 10. Let's take a look at this matrix. If that account was a traditional IRA, guess what? You've got to pay taxes on all of those distributions, which is why you might not want to wait until year 10 to take a huge lump sum. I would say this, common practice since the Secure Act went into effect is that people are making relatively equal distributions across those 10 years to avoid this really huge tax hit. However, again, let's go back to this inherited IRA. Good thing is, if it was a Roth IRA, you still have to have it fully distributed within 10 years. But again, the same things applies. Those distributions are not taxable to you. So that's a really good reason why you might want to consider Roth conversions in your retirement planning, thinking about who may inherit this account after you pass. Lastly, there's a whole nother category that the IRS created, and it is down here. You're not the spouse, but you're an eligible designated beneficiary. Eligible designated beneficiary. Who is this? Well, this would be the minor child of the account owner. There's a few special rules here. So if you're the eligible designated beneficiary, let's look down here. Here are the rules as they apply to you. The distributions can be stretched until age 18. So if a 10-year-old inherits this retirement account, they can distribute or choose not even to take any money until age 18, and then these rules apply. Or if they decide to go to school, say they're in college, they have all the way until age 26, and then all of these rules apply. So either at age 18 or age 26, the 10-year time clock kicks in. Just all depends. Are they going to college or not? And then from here, the same matrix applies. If it's a traditional IRA, all of those distributions are taxed as ordinary income. If it's a Roth IRA, all of those distributions are not taxable. Hopefully, this visually helps you understand the rules of the Secure Act as they apply to the inherited IRAs. We've been getting lots of questions about that lately, so I thought, hey, let's try to answer it for you. All right? This is what I've got for you guys today. Continue to follow the channel, continue to follow our podcast, continue to log in to www.therealmoneypros.com for content like this and more every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We'll see you guys again next time.